look, as a police officer living here in Miami, there's a lot of officers that, they have 2 kids, their wife is a stay-at-home mom, and financially, they can't necessarily afford the classes. And even though the classes, I would pay them regardless of the price, for some people who just financially wouldn't be able to make it. And now they have the opportunity of putting their children in the class and giving them that peace of mind that their kids could swim. And not that their kids could barely swim, but that their kids could swim well.
And then all of a sudden, here's a child learning all these skills, and it's like a whole new window opened up in our lives, that we're not afraid to be around the water anymore, where the apprehension and anxiety kind of goes away, and it's just amazing how you're like so confident that you're going to learn the skills, like riding a bike.
There's nothing better than parental supervision, of course, but with the skills that we teach them at ISR, I mean, they're definitely safe in the water no matter what.
And you've been as a first responder, you've gone places and you've seen drownings.
Several. In fact, when I was speaking up there, I was overrun by the flood of emotions, because you remember all the calls. There's not one single instant that you give a scenario and you don't remember it to the detail. I mean, I know how deep the water was. I remember it was cold. I remember if it was nighttime. I remember the organ donors. I remember what the child looked like. And you're trying to think about it, but when you have your own kids and you see them every day, and seeing the program, evolve, and seeing all the kids in the water happy, you kind of also remember the ones that didn't make it, and that's what pushes us forward for me to be here.
I know you can't know the answer to this for sure, but if you were to guess very roughly, and I apologize for putting you on the spot, of these times that you've responded and there's been a child who drowned, who died, do you think that the ISR program would have saved most of these kids? Is there any way to know that?
I can tell you 100%, and I can tell you by those numbers because I've talked to Harvey at all the research that has been done, and all their numbers match. And we're talking about the whole world. We're not talking about just a certain demographic here in Florida or across the United States. So I really believe in the program because it makes sense. If a child swims and they get tired, what happens? They're going to sink. So the fact that they float is, I think, their own life safety mechanism that they can implore until we get there and pull them out of the pool, God forbid something else happens.
They're saving people's lives. There's no doubt about it. You see it all the time. So, and thanks to, there's nothing else that can be said for CrossFit than what they're doing. I mean, that shows what type of company they are, and they're amazing. And I don't know how to thank them enough. So, anything that they need from me, they have it.